Good afternoon. Welcome, everyone. Hey, great to see you here. And it's World Book Day. Emma, who are you? What's going on?
Oh, well, it's in celebration of World Book Day. I decided to dust off the old cloak. I'm a huge Harry Potter fan, as you can tell. Big up the Hufflepuffs out there. So it's the only time of year that I get to bring this out and wear it.
Hey, listen, you've done an absolute storm there. I absolutely love it. It's brilliant. Tell everybody who you are and what you're famous for.
Yeah, so my name is Emma, and I work at the Emma Creative Learning Centre in Armagh. And if anyone's been there, we do a lot of strategic creative projects in schools throughout the area. And so you might have seen me in and around your classrooms with the crazy pink hair. It's been pink for a while, but you might have seen it in different colors throughout. So.
Very nice. Good stuff. Well, we're pleased to have you all here for World Book Day. And we'll be doing a couple of challenges. Hey, check this out.
Woo!
Massachusetts, USA. Fantastic. It's John. John is my main man. He is my link to the States. He's a top boy. So thank you very much. Quaybog, there you go. He's put it right on there. Good stuff. John, I hope your hockey sticks are doing amazing things. Good man. Right. We'll have loads of people here from Wales, loads of people here from Northern Ireland, loads of here from Emma's neck of the woods. So please do put a comment in there if you're with us. That's very nice, keeps us going. And what I also have for you is a summary of what we're going to do today. Now, if you don't have this, I did send it out to teachers, but if you don't have this, don't worry about it. It's not a big deal. If you can access a short link, there's a short link here, bit.ly forward splash. Is that right? No, forward slash.
Could be a forward splash.
Could be, would have been better. And then bit.ly /express WBD. It's Mr. Bartonshaw in the house. He's always here. He's a ledge. And so, yeah, do keep those comments coming in. It is very nice to hear those comments. But Emma, here's your first question of the day. Ooh. What is that pixelated image all about? You're an iPad user. What's that all about?
Well, this is a very interesting thing. So this is what's known as a QR code. Okay. And essentially all those little pixels there, they are positioned in such a particular place that every QR code is unique. So that whenever you scan that and your camera registers it, it'll register a link and then send you straight to that bit.ly.express WBD link that Dom's talking about.
Yeah, because the long link is quite a sort of, it's not particularly one that you could remember so well. So we made a short link, but not every school can access a short link. So there's a few different ways to do it. So have a look and see if you can find it. But don't worry if you haven't got it. There's plenty of things that you can do here without it, but it just helps, move things along a bit. So what we're going to do today, first thing that we're going to do is we're going to create a book cover, bit of graphic design a beautiful book cover. I'm going to do mine on the BFG because I love it. Later, if you want to go back and have a look at that challenge and how it works, there's a video in there as well. Next one is going to be video editing. You're going to create a video book review. Lots of vloggers use this kind of thing on Instagram, on YouTube, on TikTok, all this kind of thing. So we'll teach you how to put one of those together. And if you've got time, you can also join us and put those two things into a web page at the end. That'll be really quick and pretty simple as well. But don't worry if you don't. Now, a couple of house rules here. Ooh. We are going to go back and forward. So I'm using like a laptop, desktop, Chromebook. If you're using one of those, chances are you're better off following me. If you're using an iPad, definitely the chances are you're better off following Emma. You're definitely better off following Emma anyway. She has all the best ideas. But the way it's going to work is we're going to kind of mirror each other, do a bit on the desktop, do a bit on the iPad, and just go backwards and forwards. Now, obviously, if you're using an iPad, there are some specific things that, specific ways of doing things, which are, which you'll have to see on an iPad. But do pull ideas from Emma, do pull ideas from me. So you'll have two bites of the cherry in terms of seeing examples on the screen. Now,
absolutely. And if there's any additional questions, again, guys, just pop them in the comments. We'd love to hear your engagement and that you're still learning.
Exactly. And also, if you want us to demo something on screen, absolutely say, I didn't really get that bit. Can you go over it again? That's absolutely fine. So we'll demo, okay, and then we'll also give you like 6 or 7 or 8 minutes at the end to complete the work that you're doing. So do work alongside us at the same time. Don't feel like you have to keep up. You really don't have to keep up because we will be giving you time after we've done our demos. But also, if you feel like you want it to slow down a bit, just pause us. That's fine. I mean, you probably want to mute me already, but you can also mute us. You can also pause us, all those kind of things, and just go at your own pace. That's absolutely fine. Okay. So, oh yeah, the other thing, swag.
Ooh.
Emma loves a bit of swag. So have I heard.
Absolutely. Got some freebies. I've seen this package, guys, and I am jealous. I don't think I can get access to it because I am here leading you guys through all of this workshop, but it is unbelievable. I'll tell you that much.
Well, we'll see if we can send a little care package to you. But basically, what happens is if you complete 2 out of 3 of the challenges, I'm going to send a link to your teacher, and you can apply to get swag, and I'll send it out to you for free. In fact, maybe I'll get Emma to take it to you in person. What do you think about that, Emma?
Absolutely. I mean, you just might be missing a few items, but
hey, you could go on your Quidditch stick or whatever it is that you Hugglepuffs. I don't know what are they called.
Accio broomsticks. So Quidditch is the sport, broomsticks is the method of travel. But you can always just get your magic wand and Accio that too.
Accio. Wow, these are just things I've never heard. This is great. So Emma's going to Accio that swag over to you, and also if you then also go on and teach. If you go on and teach these skills to other people in your school, then we will send you VIP swag.
Ooh, no, I didn't even know about that. What's the VIP swag now, Dom?
Well, you'll have to find out, won't you? You'll have to teach other people, Emma. Well, in fact, you're doing that now, so maybe we'll do that. Well, John is asking a very interesting question. Will you bring it to the US? Wow. Emma was only telling me before we started that she needs a holiday, so why not?
I mean, yeah, I've got some leave left. I'm happy to deliver it in person.
There you go. We'll sort something out for you, John. Right. Okay. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to do graphic design, design a beautiful book cover. So let me go to Express. Right. I'm going to show you how to start this off. In fact, Emma, why don't you just share your screen quickly to show people how they just open the app really quickly, and then I'll take it back from you.
Absolutely. Okay. So again, I have a lot of busy apps here. I have a lot of information. So I'm just going to drag down and I'm just going to search for Adobe. I have a good few apps here, but the one that I'm looking for is Express. So this is Express. This is how we're going to be able to design our book cover. And that's all you need to do for now.
Cool. You are a very busy woman. You're clearly much more busy than I am. Much more important as well. Right. So let's we're going to start off with the template. Okay. Now, if you want to use the template, then you should use it with us. I'll also probably show you how to do it from scratch as well. But in terms of useful ways to, what kind of search term, Emma, do you think that I would search for in order to find a book cover?
Well, I'm going to say the word book, perhaps.
There you go. There's a good start. Let's go book cover. Right, so you get, it's just 1,304 book covers. That's a really good way to start. And also you can search for things like novel. Ooh. I sometimes think that the novel ones are better, actually. I don't know why. They just seem to be more, designer focused. This one's a bit scary. The In the Attic ones looks good. But also you can kind of then narrow it down by searching for something called Mason. So this is while you're in book covers, you can kind of narrow that search down and search for something called Mason. That's the one I'm going to use. If you search for Mason, you will find it as well, but you might have to do a scrolly until you see it. And it's this one here. And I'm just going to click start from. Okay. And then there it is. Pops up on my screen. And there we go. Right. What I'll do is I'll change some of the title and things like that. And then we'll kick it back over to Emma and she'll get going on hers. Right. So everything you can see on the screen, you can change. This is very similar to the iPad as well. There's just a little bit of a different flow. But essentially, just click on something. Just click on it. That's what you're going to do. And then it'll come up with all the options down this side of what you can actually do with that. So here, I'm going to change this one to the BFG. Now, Mason was 5 letters. This one's 6 letters with a space. So it's gone on to 2 lines. So I'm just going to drag the sort of corner of the box. Same on the iPad, there's. And then I'm going to reposition it. Now, if you're anything like me, you'll have sleepless nights if you don't align this properly. So you can see when you're moving it around, the pink dotted line means it is bang on center. That's what we're looking for, bang on center. So I'm happy about that. Right, so we've got that there. Now, the best house in the world, you could just delete that if you wanted to. If you didn't want to do that, you can use the undo button that's at the top. Undo it. There we go. I'm actually going to change it to, what shall I change it to, Emma?
What's a good one? The best book ever?
The best book ever. Best book over? Best book ever. Yeah, you can put something like that. Or, you know, like the wonderful tale of. One of the things that I'm very jealous of on the iPad is that you can do like dictate the speech, which I think is brilliant.
Yes, you can.
Yeah. And then also it wasn't by Rowan Otsu. Who was it by, Emma?
I think it was by a gentleman called Roald Dahl.
Indeed it was. There we go. She's passing all the tests. Right. Now, what else can you do with that text? Well, you can click on it again, change the color. You could make it purple if you wanted to. You could change the font. So now that that's there, you can see these font recommendations down here. Explore more. And you just go in and, you know, explore even more. I mean, this is quite a cool little trick, actually. Put that one in. Now, maybe I don't like that. I want it to go back to the red. I think that's better. But then it's very narrow. Like, there are little things you can do, like letter spacing and things like that. But you know what? I think all those things that I did, I think I'm just going to cycle back until it like it was at the start because I thought it looked better. So there you go. Right, Emma. Oh, yes. One more thing.
Ooh.
Name your project. Because if you don't, you'll never be able to find it in your projects afterwards. Never.
Especially if you're going to be making hundreds of these after this workshop, because I just know you guys are going to get so excited.
Yeah, exactly that. So, Emma, right, show us your magic, please, your Huggle Puffer.
Absolutely. So, as Dom has said, you've got loads of different templates. If you want to spend your time, you can go down and sort of try and find the books down here. As you can see.
Yeah, you've actually got it as a category, haven't you?
Yeah, they're down here, as Dom has been shown. But we already know what one we're going to go for. We're going to go for Mason, okay? And again, this just helps you search. And now the search parameters, just going to go scroll down, have a quick look. And here is Mason right here, as you can see. And if I just tap on that with my finger, I'm going to, this time around, we have to give the option to remix. So let's tap on the remix button. And as you can see, our interface is just that slight bit different than what you can see with Dom. So if I go up here, I'm just going to tap my finger once, and then I get options down at the bottom. I can then go into edit and edit text down here, or you can double tap up here and there's your text box that pops up. And again, we're just going to copy Dom here, the BFG, keep everything in sync and hit the done, as you can see up here at the top. And again, it's very similar. You can see the nodes are the same. You can see the boxes are the same. So again, just going to drag that out, make it big.
I love the way you've got that yellow circle on yours. That must be a setting that you've allowed in your...
It is, yes. So I'm actually using a wee mouse here, as you can see.
Oh, nice.
Just to help you guys see what buttons and where on my iPad I'm touching.
That's
so again,
cool.
The wee guidelines that Dom's talking about there, these are showing up as a slight wee neon green instead of the purple, I think. So let's just keep it in sync. Here we go. Nice and in. Oh, there's a purple. Okay.
There you go.
And this time around, let's double tap the best houses in the world. And do you know what? I'm actually going to show you what Dom is talking about. Hopefully it works about that.
Yeah, I'm so jealous.
Absolutely. On the iPad, if you want to protect your typing fingers, down here you have access to a little microphone. If we just type on it and say, you might get this wee pop-up, let's say enable diction. And as you can see, it's picking up my wee voice. But that's not what right. At least now that you can see how it's been done. So
amazing. It did actually say wee voice and then it changed.
It does.
It's gone back. There. Brilliant.
So what I need to now say is the wonderful tale of. So I'm going to tap at it. The wonderful tale of. Hit the done. Perfect. So already get that done. Very simple. In a few wee minutes, you've got yourself. Oh.
Yeah, it's to Ronald. Ronald Dahl. There you go.
And if you're like me, you can't spell too well, it's good, but I love it as well. But iPad, it does all the corrections here for me.
Yeah, nice.
Hopefully.
No, you got that right. That's perfect. Yeah, click done.
Sometimes you just gotta trust your instinct, guys. Not the lines. Brilliant. But can I just show something here that I find that I'd love?
Hey, you do what you want. Go for it.
You've got the recommendations down here, as Dom has said, but I'm going to go straight down to this bottom.
This is another thing I'm jealous of, because this used to be on the desktop and then it got removed.
Oh, this is a fabulous feature, especially with your text options. So if I've got my text highlighted, I get the tab open. I'm going to go to style. And here I've got, you see this lovely, amazing little ring. I'm going to tap on the black node and just keep going around in circles. And this is actually going to bring up some really amazing suggestions and format options and colors. And I can keep going round and round and round until I get the format and the option that I like.
Yeah, so very cool.
I think that is a really great feature.
Yeah, it's good. It saves you having to come up with the ideas. It gives them all for you.
Brilliant. I'm going to do something slightly different than you, Dom. I'm going to go with the black and the red. And this time around, I'm actually going to change the colors. So let me just go to my font. Let me see, actually color. And then there's my black and red. Let's just change that even to white.
Yeah, that's nice.
And let's go for this nice green. Yeah, gorgeous.
Cool. Nice. Right, let me try and outdo you here, because you've outdone me terribly. Right, so let me try and impress you more than Emma's just impressed you. So let's carry on. Now, the wonderful side of the BFG obviously is about a really large, big, friendly giants. So this has got a building in the background. It's got clearly nothing to do with it. So what you can do is select that and then press replace. Now, if I search for something like the BFG, I better take that bit out as well. Now, it's going to give me no results because that's a copyrighted image. So the thing I search for, and actually Emma does this differently, and quite frankly, she does it better than me. I'm going to search for old man. Okay. Now there's all sorts of old men in here, and you can scroll. This one's quite cool. Quite like that one. He's got his tongue out looking mad. I love that. If you're into that, then you can use this little slider over here to scale it up and down. And maybe I'll position them over to that side. There you go. Get it right in there. But also, you can press replace again. Go further down. Let's see if we've got anything else. I mean, we've got the BFG as a hipster here. I mean, who wouldn't want the BFG to be a hipster? And then again,
a guy, isn't it?
Yeah, I know. And then you can you scale him up as well. There he is. Love that. The BFG is looking like a dude. So yeah, maybe I'll put that there. Maybe I'll try a bit of that. And it's got a pink background and the text is red. So I'm also going to put like a filter on it. Now you can put, the duotone ones are cool. I like them.
Yeah,
they are good, aren't they? But the multiply ones, I think, give it a bit of, you got to choose something that's going to make the text like the book header text, like a little bit more readable. Like that's good. The contrast one, you can just cycle through and just see which one you think is any good. Or maybe you just go, do you know what? I'd rather have duotone or whatever. But you can have a little play with that. Actually, the black and white's pretty good. I'm quite into that. Like it. And then you've got enhancements and stuff like that. You could whack up the contrast, whack down the contrast, go for, the saturation actually won't really work on the black and white too well. but you can play with all sorts of things. I'll have a little play with that while Emma's doing her thing as well. But let me, do you know what, Emma? You go and do that. You do your background photo.
Fantastic. Okay. Yeah. Excellent. So as Dom says, I approach mine slightly different. And that's the beauty of this app and this activity, is that your interpretation's your own. So there's no right or wrong. So I'm going to select my background here, and this time go to edit down at the bottom. And again, the thing about this workshop, guys, you really need to explore all the tools, have a play. You're not going to break the thing. You're just going to have a wee play about and see what you can come up with. So this time around, go to replace, and you'll get all of the options here. Okay. I'm going to go to the Adobe stock photos, because this is what I love about this app, is that all of the images are here in the app as I need them. Okay. And this time around, I'm breaking down the BFG into, he is an old man, but he's a giant. So if I was Sophie, just looking up, all I would see is his legs. So I'm going to just type in the word legs and get all different kinds here.
I love that. I would have never thought of doing that. It's actually brilliant.
Man's legs. Let's see if it pops up. Here we go. There is an image I have, just can't seem to find it. I'm going to tap on this one here. That's all I need.
Yeah, that's a good one.
And this time around, you know, when it's ready to load onto your page, you see the tick, and then you tap add one. So slightly different steps to you. And again, you can just click on, tap your finger on the image and just drag it into position to wherever you need to go. You can pinch to zoom using your forefinger just to rotate and get that where you want positioned. So I'm pretty happy with that, to be honest. Again, the only problem maybe is a wee bit of my writing. So a bit like Dom, might go to look at the options here to adjust at the looks, to add some of these different filters, or I can enhance it here under this tab. This is where the saturation that Dom was talking about in his image. Now, the key thing here that you need to remember is hit the word done at the bottom corner. Otherwise, you won't be able to edit anything else.
Yeah, that's a common one with the iPad, isn't it? Doing stuff and then forgetting to hit that.
Absolutely. So I'm happy with my image now. What I might then do is thinking of the background, and while Dom's doing the next stages here, is just have a wee think about the colors of the text like he's doing to see what else I can do. So even down here, I'm noticing I actually might like the white. Let's go back, look at the effects, and maybe add a shadow. Go down here, you see the wee adjustment icon. I can change the background, the colors. So many things that I can then look at and do.
Nice. I like that. It's brilliant to see a completely different version of the same thing. Right. I've gone back to my dude with his tongue out, because I thought that was better. I thought it's a better photo. Now,
he's licking that sticker, isn't it?
Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah, which I quite like, actually. So what I'm going to concentrate on that sticker now. So this is kind of like the stickers you get in a bookshop. You know, it might say, you know, bestseller, or buy one, get one free, or, you know, buy your second book half price, or it might have, you know, a little sort of review of what the book is actually like. Now, all of these things, you've got some text here, you've got some stars, you've got the sticker. They're all separate. So if I move one of them, it moves on its own. Now I'm going to go back and show you how you can select all of them at the same time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click and hold off the screen and then just drag onto those three things. Okay. Now everything is kind of grouped together. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to reposition it, and then I'm also going to resize it. So you actually can, he sort of does look like he's licking it. And maybe I'll just position it right sort of on the edge of his tongue there. And then when I click off, you know, all of it is, you know, sort of ungrouped again. Now, this sticker, I think it's a shape, you see. So what I'm actually going to do is, first thing I'm going to do is change the color, because Emma, when you go into a bookshop, what color do you think those stickers are?
Definitely some sort of yellowy color for promotions.
Yeah, I think you're right. So I'm going to choose a yellow, but I'm not going to make it a really bright yellow, because then you can't see the text. So I'm going to make it a little bit darker. That's probably about right. And then also the one with the kind of star edges, I'm actually going to replace that. And I actually just want a basic circle, because you can put sticker in there, but sometimes I think the circle's actually just easier and better, easier to work with. So if I click that, and don't forget, you can see over in the top right here, it's the replace is selected. That's why it's highlighted in blue. And then I can click that circle and it'll put it in the same color, same sort of size. So that kind of, means that you don't have to do so much work, which is good. And then next thing I'll do is, maybe I'm going to be a little bit harsh and say, well, actually, I don't want it to be 5 stars. It was 4 stars for me. There was a few things that I thought, so I'm going to go for 4 stars. And again, because I pressed replace, it goes in same sort of color, same sort of size, although I will just resize this one and make sure that you can see there's a little green dotted line there to say it's aligned. Right. Then with the text, it's as simple as, let me see, what I'm going to say, a thoroughly enjoyable read. And then, I better spell that right. Otherwise, I'll have all sorts of people telling me I can't spell. And then I'll put Dom Trainer. There we go. Now I'll size that up a bit, make it a bit easier to read. There we go. And then, I can also use my arrows just to make sure that, it's in the right place. So I'm happy with that. That is my sticker and it's done. Right. I'm going to kick it back over to Emma and then I'll take it back for the last bit. Off you go.
Fantastic. Now, you might need to help me on this one, but I don't think that we can group on this if it's not already grouped.
Yeah, so if you group it and then if you select it and then select multiple is just down there.
Ah, fantastic. So again, problem solving, guys. You just got to use the tools that are available for you. So you just got to keep clicking, keep looking. So here is select multiple. I'm going to tap on it, as you can see. I'm going to tap on stars. Here we go.
Yeah, there you go.
Hit the tick.
Yeah, or it's a select. No, because you've selected it all then. So if you select the thing that you need, just one by one, and then go to next. Yeah.
Ooh, fantastic! Every day is a learning day, guys. It's absolutely brilliant. And this is what's amazing about this tool. Like there's so much to learn, but it's so easy to use and get started. Yeah. So I'm going to move mine over here. Going to do something slightly different than Dom, hopefully. And the great thing is I'm on an iPad. My device is slightly different or slightly smaller. What I can do is just pinch to zoom on my iPad and I can zoom in there. I can get a nice and close up, which is absolutely brilliant. So again, with Dom's, it's still all connected. I'm going to hit replace. Let's see if I can come up with some shapes. Again, your shapes are slightly different. Let's go here and say 4 stars. Again, just to show you this like for like. But this time around, let's go. There's so many options. And sometimes this is
I like that one that's in a circle, like the 4th one, I think is good.
Yeah, I was looking at that. Let's go for this one here. And again,
it might fit quite nicely in the space.
Absolutely. Just explore. Sometimes that's the thing that's going to take the longest. It's just playing. Yeah. But again, with Dom, you just tap and drag. You can use the nodes to increase the size, play about with the configuration, and double tap. This time around, I'm going to write, it was, this, I'm going to cheat with my audio, my recorder down here at the bottom if I want to use my audio. A fantastic read for every family member. And then, need to hit stop on that. That's the only. Let's see. And then Emma from Amma.
Oh, Emma from Amma, that's nice. I like that.
I know. I'm trying to get
you said that before, haven't you?
The running joke is that I'm trying to change the center name, but we haven't got successful just quite yet. Okay, and again, like Dom, we can do all the exact same things on the iPad that you can do on the desktop. You've got, once you select your shape, you can go to replace down here at the bottom. Here's my shapes. This time around, do you know what? I'm going to go with a square. Let's see. Maybe not quite a sticker, but we'll give it a go and see what it's like.
That's good. That 4th one, yeah. Do you know what the name of it? Do you know what the technical name for that shape is?
No, I should.
It's a squircle.
A squircle?
Yeah, there you go. It's a learning day.
Oh wow. That's amazing.
I only found that out last week because I was doing something for National Numeracy Day, which is coming up not that far away. And I was like, really? Is that true?
That's fantastic. I'm going to use that now in every day. I just want to make a squircle, guys. You know, it's squircle time. And again, it's the only thing that's going to take you long is just the rearrangement, and that just depends on you. But
Yeah.
I'm going to be happy with everything. I quite like the way I've colored mine and keeping all of the same. Maybe the only thing I might just do is go in here and have a look at the different types of colors.
Oh, have a look at that orange. I think that orange would be good.
Here we go.
Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, that's a good one.
Gorgeous. And
Very
then
cool.
here we go. Edit. Again, I can just spend all the times here flipping through all of these options just to see what I like. But
Yeah.
I'm pretty happy with that. I'm going to hit done. And here we go so far. I might just let me
Yeah,
just
good stuff.
move it
Right.
open. But back to you,
Nice.
Dan.
Right. You have a play and then I'll right. So what I've done, did a couple of things. I changed the kind of filter on my image. Well, actually, I'd use the enhancements and just turn the contrast up and the brightness up a bit, and it made the text a bit more readable. But you can also select text and put things like an outline on. I put a white outline just of 1 pixel. Well, actually, maybe I'll put it onto 3. And if your text is a little bit difficult to read, that kind of makes it stand out a bit. I also did it on the sticker, so it made it look slightly sort of raised, sort of 3D style. So I'm happy with that. Now, I'm going to try and blow your socks off here, and I'm going to put in a photo. Emma, another quiz for you.
Ooh.
What is the name of the girl in the BFG?
Is it Sophie?
That is correct. You've progressed to the next round. So
I am a prefect according to this, so you know I have to keep the status up.
So I've searched for little child in the stock photos, and actually this one's class. I like this one. Right, so I'm going to put this one in here. Now you might be thinking, well, that doesn't look very good. It's a bit rubbish, in fact. Now let me work on it. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to flip it. So looking the other way, kind of into the middle. I think that works better. And then also remove background tool. Check this out. It's doing things that I do not understand, but I don't care because it's removed the background. Click my tick. Boom. She's in there. And obviously the BFD is massive and Sophie is small. So that works really well. And if you wanted to, you could make the same sort of enhancements as we had on the BFG if you want. Or maybe I'll even just bring the brightness down so she kind of pops out a bit more. And that is pretty much as good as I'm going to get it, I think. So let me show her to share, and then Emma will show how she finishes her off, and then she'll share as well. So I've named my project. So it's called the BFG. If I just click download, if you're going to print it, use a PDF. If you're not going to print it, use a PNG. Start download. The file name will be your project name. And there it is. It's down there on my computer. And then I'll click share. This is why Express is so good. Press share, publish. And then you can share it to Google Classroom, Microsoft Teams, or create a link. This is going to be pretty speedy, I'm hoping. And then this is a link that you can share with anyone, share with your teacher, share with other students in your class, all that kind of thing. And it just means you don't have to worry about where it's downloaded to, because you can just copy that and then stick it in a browser, and away you go.
Oh, that's amazing. And
nice.
Then friends and family all at home can see all the amazing work that you guys
do. Exactly. Right, Emma, show me up. Come on, show me up.
Oh, fantastic. So again, mine's is slightly different, my approach. So I've got some feet, got my story. This time around, I'm going to go to add. So if I hit add, I get all of this access. And again, it is amazing. This time around, I'm going to go into design assets because those are images.
You see.
Those are images. And this time around, I'm going to go, wait for this to load, go into my search, and I'm going to go little girl, see what happens, see what pops up. You get all these amazing graphics. And again, I choose this one all the time. To me, this is, all of these are Sophie, just the hero, girl power. So here's one nice green, and my compliment, my book, and the colors I've chosen. Click on it, up at the top, hit add one. And there you go. It actually comes without detached already. But I will actually show you just very quickly how
Oh,
Dom
wicked! You put it on the
managed to remove
booth.
that
That's such a good
background.
idea.
Yeah, so this is how Sophie and the BFG travel. She just rides on his shoestrings. That's how I imagine it anyway. But if you wanted to do it slightly different, you wanted to copy Dom and you wanted to see how that worked and take away your photo, again, just tap on Photos and Adobe Stock Photos, type in, once it pops up here, type in, oh girl, get so many different options. Here's the photo that Dom actually used as well. Click on it, wait for it to load, and whenever it's ready, you get the tick, you hit add one. And this option, this is why I really wanted to explain. So you get two options. You get the option to add your collage or you can move it freely. I just want to keep this free. I want to be able to edit it as much as I can. Click on the move free option. And again, under the edit tab. Okay, so just be careful which tab you're opening up to get your options. And then you see the option down here to remove background. And once that loads up, it looks exactly the same. So I can just maybe even drag this down, bring it up slightly as well. And I could also have that as an option as well if I wanted to get rid of that first image.
Nice. Right, show us how to download and then also share, please.
Absolutely. So once you're happy enough, here at the top, you've got two options. You've got a square with an arrow pointing up and one with an arrow pointing in. So if I hit the arrow pointing in, this is your download option. You can save it, saves them automatically straight to the camera roll.
So easy.
So easy. Don't have many options. The one on the side, slightly different, prepares your project. This time around, you can actually bring it elsewhere. You can copy the link over here. You can do so many more options. You can save your image down here or bring it into other apps. This time around, I'm actually just going to show you the link option. I'm going to copy link here. And this will just download your project. You've got your link, and then you can share that with friends, family, and whoever would love to see your amazing work.
Brilliant, brilliant. Right, what we're going to do now is, if I just put this back on, let me just tell you one thing really quickly. Is if you're, I'm now going to put, there's a link on the screen down the bottom on the scrolly. This is where you can share your work with us. It'll be completely anonymous. If you want to, just check with your teacher first, but you don't have to leave any details whatsoever. But if you want to share your work, we'll put some up on the screen whenever you're ready. But please make sure this link that you have in your browser, nobody else can access that link. Nobody else can access it. So don't send us that one. The one you need to do is press share, publish, and then create link. And that's the one you'd share. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick a bit of music on. There we go. And then I'm going to give Emma a break. And then I'm going to try and create something else from scratch. And do you know what? I'm going to try and create Emma's from scratch. There you go.
Ooh.
So
well, and enjoy my butterbeer.
Right. So if you want, you can mute us and we'll give you about 6 or 7 minutes now and you can share your work and it will come into my spreadsheet. Whoa, we've already got some. Do you know what? I'm just going to show some of these instead.
Oh, brilliant, guys. Thanks so much for bringing these in, for submitting these already.
If you do need to mute us, please do while you're working on your own work.
You guys are computer whizzes.
I know. Well, you know, they are in Mr. Bartonshaw's class and he is a bit of a demon. So it does not surprise me in the slightest. Let's get them all up. Let's keep them going.
This is also a great day for me. I am looking some new books here, guys. So I'm going to be stealing all your ideas and recommendations.
Yeah, there you go. It is a good way to get new books. I hadn't thought of that.
Absolutely.
Let's get these up. Get them up. Right, let's go through. Let's see what we got. Demon Headmaster.
Fantastic.
Nice. Really simple, really good.
I remember that. Was that on TV many years ago?
Wasn't it? Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah.
Black Beauty, Brill.
Yeah. Oh, that's amazing photo choices.
Yeah, excellent. That is a good one. Yeah, look at that. Very cool.
Is he the true goat or is it
Oh, well, it might change hands now.
Ronaldo.
Lilo and
Oh,
Stitch. Yeah, they've done well. I wonder if they used the background removal tool on these.
yeah. I'm really wondering where they got that image. That's just so sparkly and I mean, like it's just
Great,
fantastical.
isn't
Yeah.
it?
Where's Wally?
Yeah, well, it is World Book Day. Can't have World Book Day without Where's Wally.
No way, Jose.
There you go. I like the way they've done the text, actually. That's really cool.
Yeah,
like
like
it a lot.
matches the red and the yellow from both.
Yeah.
Wally.
Yeah, cool. Very cool. Yeah, I like that a lot.
Great color choices. I love how
Yeah.
there's your good themes, good branding, guys.
This is really good. I like the photo that they've used there. I think this is brilliant. I like the way it's called the best book so far. Nice. Hey, look at the way they've got shapes on shapes on shapes here.
Yeah. How'd you do that, guys? Is it just layers upon layers?
Yeah,
Right.
that is good, isn't it? Well, let me refresh. Oh, hang on. If I take that out. Maybe try and regenerate that one. Yeah, nice. Hey, I tell you what you could do with this inset image here is you could put a box behind it, a white box, so it's got like a little border on it. That would be cool. Warhorse, very good.
Wow, yeah.
Hey, they did that title like yours.
Yeah. Somebody, at least inspiration.
Yeah.
Somewhere. Beautiful, guys.
Well, we've had that one.
These are super brilliant. I love all the color choices and
that's good, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Like you've thought through your choices here in such a quick period as well.
And in that text at the top, they've put the what have they done there? They've done an effect.
Shadow, haven't they?
Yeah, it's a shadow. You're right. Yeah, and then they space the shadow so it kind of sits away from the text itself, which is good. That's that same one that I couldn't work out before, and there we go, back to the start. Where have we got? Oh, we got loads. All right, let's go for one from our friends from Massachusetts.
Woohoo!
Yeah, hey, that's good.
That is, yeah, that's a bit of
nice.
I think.
Hey, they've used rather than using Adobe Stock, you found that image online, which is fine, but it has got that watermark in. You could probably find something really similar, which is completely free, and just stick it straight in there. So you could select that, press replace, and then put something else in there.
Yeah, and things. This is why I love Adobe software, because all of the stock photos normally you'd have to pay for them, but we get access to it. You know.
And actually, that text that they've used there seems very similar. That's a really good choice. That seems very similar to the original book.
If you want to pop in the comments what that is, we can actually use another
that would be good.
Workshop.
All right, let's go for some more Kingsland. Let's go in here.
These are brilliant, guys.
They are good, aren't they? Hey, that's a good one. Bestseller. There we go.
That's a lovely icon, yeah.
This is good, isn't it?
It's like happy feet.
Hey, look at this. They've got all sorts of remove background tool images. They've got flying penguins. They got a penguin chilling.
Oh, you mean to say that's not one image? I thought it was one image.
No, it looks like it could be, isn't it?
Yeah, that just shows how good you are already. Photoshop and all of that. It just seems so natural.
Look at this. Buy one, get none free. There you go. Well, that's nice, isn't it?
Yeah. Good. Well, I didn't even know Lilo and Stitch was a book, but I'd read it.
Yeah, hey, why not? The Wonderful Tale of Shrek. This is a good one. Hey, look, they've got someone in the background as I'm just walking through. 5 stars. Good color choices. Like all of that. Done really well.
We've got some potential future graphic designers in this group for sure.
We have indeed. Let's get a few more up. Okay. The Tale of Annoying Orange by Jackson Weston.
I have spoken about the annoying orange for many years and nobody has understood what I mean. So I'm super happy to have seen this.
Is it? I have no idea what that is. What is it?
This was, if I'm right, this was like a good number of years ago when YouTube started becoming a thing. People
Is
started
it the Curious Orange?
I'm not 100. It was many years ago, I think, but it's just showing me age if I start talking how many. But whoop whoop, some Harry Potter in there.
Need like that one.
Oh.
There you go. Right. What I think we're going to do now is let me get me some space. Ding, 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 ding. Come out of all of those. Right. Let's go to our challenge number 2. If you need some more time, just pause us. It's absolutely fine. But we'll move on to challenge number 2 because time is always ticking. And now we're going to do a video book review. So if you want to, you can mute us or you can pause us. And whenever you're ready, come on to this bit. Just take whatever time you need. Right. So in challenge number 2 is create a video book review. Okay. Now there's some example text. Do you know what? The bit.ly link on this isn't even right. But I do have it. I've put it on the scrolly now. Bit.ly. There you go. Bit.ly/example WBD. That will get you through to this text here. Okay, I've actually got it bigger on this one here. Now you can use this text if you want. You really don't have to, because many of you probably won't even know the book that I'm talking about. But if you want to use it as a way to practice and things like that, then you can do by, let me just go back to this page. You can use the scrolly bit.ly link down there, or you can use the QR code like Emma said, and you can just hold your device up, boom, boom, boom. And then it will open up if you use your camera app to see what it's saying. So what are we going to do here? Well, we're going to turn this rather boring piece of text and we're going to change it into something which is much more exciting. And we're going to do that using Adobe Express Video. So maybe Emma, maybe you could just show people opening up the app. Is that okay?
Perfect. Yeah, absolutely. Hit me over.
Cool.
Okay. So at the minute, some of you guys might already be still in your Adobe Express. So for anybody that needs to know, just go back into your home, which sometimes you just swipe the app off and you're back into your home screen. I have a wee folder over here. I know where all my Adobe stuff is. And here is my Spark Video app. So if I tap on it, I'm going to get access to this. So it's currently under my videos. You see the tabs down here at the bottom, and then you've got some inspiration as well. And then this time you see the big plus in the middle. You can just hit the plus, and I'm just going to hit skip to editor and tap on it, and I'm ready with my template.
Good stuff. Brill. So it is a very simple, I mean, these two, the iPad, I mean, you could teach someone using an iPad how to do it on a laptop. They're so similar, these two. So all I'm going to do here is press the plus and go down to video. There it is. Now, the difference here is that it makes you give it a title here. So if I just book review in here, this will also be the name of your project. So again, this is the way that you can, make sure that you can find it in your projects later. And I'll click next. Now, like Emma had, she had some templates up on the screen. Emma, are you a fan of the templates or not a fan of the templates?
I think they're good to explore for sure. Definitely if you're new to this and you're not 100% sure what you're doing, but we have a template in our book, in our book review. So I'm in favor of starting from scratch on occasion.
Yeah, me too.
Definitely have a look through all of them because they had some really good tips and tricks on how to show and tell your stories.
Yeah, they can be useful, but like you say, we have got this, piece of text here, so we can just use that if we want. So the first thing I'm going to do is I might just grab this piece of text here, Watership Down by Richard Adams. Right. So what I'm going to do here is you got layout here. So maybe I'll go for title and text and I'll put the title of the book. I'll paste the whole thing in there and then I'll just cut that bit and then put that down below here. Now it'll resize things for you so that your title's pretty big. And then your, subtitle is smaller. There you go. Now, you've got all your layouts down here. We will show you all of these different layouts. Themes. I won't change the theme now because it makes more sense to change the theme once you've got some content in, because then you'll see how it actually does affect it, because at the moment you don't really know what it's doing, but that'll change things like font, colors, transitions between slides and things like that. Music, we'll show you that in a sec as well. Now, I've got my Watership Down by Richard Adams here. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to look for a photo. Now, Watership Down, have you read it, Emma? Do you remember? Did you read it when you were in school?
I didn't actually, so I'm not familiar with this one.
Right.
Well, new to the collection.
Yeah, well, this is a sort of classic tale, and it was always said it was a children's book, and it's about rabbits, and everyone goes, "Oh, cute and cuddly." This is an absolutely gruesome read. It's a full-on gruesome read, and it's kind of, protected by this idea that it might be cute and cuddly. It's not cute and cuddly at all. It's in parts, it's absolutely terrifying, but it always has been considered a children's book. And children love it, probably because it is quite gruesome. So there we go. Now, my first bit is very, very simple, okay? Check out my book review of Watership Down by Richard Adams. So I can remember that, okay? So I'll go back here. And to do my voiceover, I'm just going to click and hold this button. Now, what I do is I click it, wait for a second, say what I need to say, wait for a second, let go. Because then you're not clipping anything at the start and at the end. Okay, let's have a go. Check out my book review of Watership Down by Richard Adams. Now, if I go and play this, you can see the little play button there. It will play just what's in that slide, okay? If I use the play button that's in the bottom left, it will play everything that I've created. Now, I've only created one slide, so it's only going to play one slide anyway. But that's the difference between those two play buttons. Now, when I play that, okay, actually, let me show you this. Check out. Could you even hear that? You probably couldn't, could you?
In bits.
Right, and the reason why I don't put the sound on there is because it creates this mad echo between two screens. So anyway, it did have my voice on, and it did have some music on. So let me go and check out the music, because it was called Across the Bridge. Don't mind it; it was all right. But actually, the one that I'm going to use today is the horror movie one.
Going to say happy and go lucky is not the theme about this book. I'm understanding.
Not the theme about this book. No. So I'm gonna select that, and it'll give me a tick, which means right, that's in there now. Now you can play around with the volume of it and all that kind of stuff. Right. So I've done my first one. Emma, maybe just give that a run through as well.
Absolutely. Okay. So on my screen, again, very similar. The buttons just look slightly different now, but they're in the same place, in the same position. So again, you've got layout at the top, you've got all the same 4 options, you've got your title and text, which is the option we're going to go for. Up here, you have the theme. Again, everything's exactly the same, all the same access, including the music. It's just slightly, might look a smidgen of a difference between your screen and the computer screen. So what I'm going to do is up here, I'm going to tap add. Actually, I need to go to this plus instead. Need to add my photo. Here we go. Find free photos. And I'm actually going to do mine on something I'm actually a wee bit more familiar about. I'm going to do it in Harry Potter. I'm going to do it this time. I'm just going to get a castle. And if you know anything about the Harry Potter books, it's all mythical castles. And again, great imagery on this that I absolutely love. I can just scroll for hours looking at the castles and imagine being a princess elsewhere. So here's a really amazing, interesting one, actually. It's a wee mobile phone castle. I'm going to tap on it.
That's cool, isn't it?
Yeah. And if I click on my image, again, you can see that I'm able to actually just move that within the frame. So I can move it up and down, left or right. If there's space, there you go. Bob's your uncle. And this time around, tap on the plus a wee bit like Dom is doing. Now, you can also get, I do actually have a wee document, but sometimes it's easier just to actually type it in or use your voice instead of copying it, paste it from somewhere else. So here we go. Oh, wrong one. I just love Adobe Post way too much. So this is Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. Okay, excellent. And tap the plus at the bottom. and then J.K. Rowling. So you guys are going to have lots more time and know your capital letters a lot easier
Don't worry about that.
than I do. Here we go. And again, just a bit like how we did it on post. Should hopefully just get rid of that window. And then I can actually still move my text a wee bit more if depending on your image. Okay. So if your image, you might want to again bring this down, bring it over to the side so I can see a wee bit of access. And I'm just going to take this a wee bit further. And again, once I have my text highlighted, you've got the option over here on the right just to actually increase or decrease your text. So you can make it to suit your image whatever way you'd like so.
Very nice.
So if you want to reverse the sizes, you can.
Great stuff. Right. Emma completely showed me up as usual. She moved the text around and she clicked on her image, and I zoomed mine in to try and be like Emma. We all want to be like Emma. And but yeah, let me go on to the next bit, which is dead easy to put another scene in. Just press the plus down there. That's kind of it, really. Now, the next one is all about just like the synopsis, okay? So this bit here, this is a little tip that I'd sometimes use. If you haven't got like a second screen, I've got a couple of screens, so that's okay. But you can just put your voiceover text in, right? And then do your voiceover. When a young rabbit named Fiver has a vision that the end of the warren is near, he persuades 7 other rabbits to leave with him in search of a new home. Don't be fooled by the rabbits. This is a gruesome adventure story. Now, then if you don't need that text anymore, you can just delete it. Dead easy. And then I'm going to put in another photo, and maybe I'll look for like a gang of rabbits here. So, you know, maybe it'll be because he's convincing all sorts of him and his mates that they need to find a new home. So, you know, if you want to, you can use something like this. And then what you could also do is if you wanted to keep your text on the screen, you could use a split screen, put your text in there. It's quite a lot of text. So what I might do is actually just delete that first bit and just have like a key phrase in there. And then you can, like Emma's doing before, you can, you know, make it bigger. And then also you can flip over the layout of this. I actually think it's better when it's the block color on the left-hand side, to be honest. And like Emma was doing before, you can, you know, zoom in and move it around and that kind of thing. So that's one. And then to record your voiceover, same as before. You just, you know, if you make a mistake, also you can click that and remove narration, or just re-record it. It's that easy. Now I'll just do one more slide and then kick over to Emma. She'll do a couple of slides. So let me do another one here. Now, favorite character. Right. So again, what you might want to do is, not all of it. Let me go. My favorite character is Kahar. Okay, named after. That's how his voice sounds. He goes Kahar, Kahar. I'll never do that again on live. Anyway, so you could, you know, put your text in there, and then you can do your voiceover. Then you can get rid of that. Now, if you make sure that you're in full screen, you can put in a photo. Now, one of the things that my voiceover was saying, or my section, you can see here, it says it's a black-headed seagull based on a fighter from the Norwegian resistance in World War II, right? So what I'm going to put in here is WW2. This is the photo I'm looking for, right? So go in here, and I actually really like this one. So I'm going to pretend that this is my Norwegian fighter, okay? Who Kihar, even the seagull is based on. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom right in because I want to put him over to the side. Let's get his boots in as well. And then I'm going to put an icon on top.
Ooh.
And you can only do this in full screen. So I'll put seagull in there. And then, you know, you can find out whatever seagull you want. I mean, there's a bizarre one with a seagull with a pipe in his mouth. I mean, why not? Let's do that. That's cool.
Amazing.
And then again, you can put your voiceover on the top of that just by clicking there. But that icon, the photo background with the icon, can only be done in full screen. Okay, so I've got a titling text. I've got a split screen. I've got a full screen. I'll kick it over to Emma, and then the last one I'll do is a caption. All right,
Amazing.
Emma.
It's 2 new things I've learned today.
I only learned it last week, and I've been at Adobe for 4 years.
So, as like Dom, I do have a wee bit of a cheat sheet here. I've copied and pasted this text, going to do the exact same thing, and then I'm just kind of switching in between my apps. Okay, I've got my first one. I'm going to show you now down here at the bottom how you can add one. Again, the plus is maybe slightly different color, same position, however. And I'm going to go in here and going to go to layout, a bit like Dom. Let's go to split screen and tap the plus. And if I tap on my screen and hit paste, there is all my text. Okay. And this time around on the left-hand side, tap the plus. And again, all of your options, anytime you make any choices on the screen, changes over here on the left. Let's go to photo. And I'm just having a wee look here. Let's go to and search for a broomstick, because that's what I talk about, how Harry learns about broomsticks and magic. This is a fantastic one here. There's a witch down at the bottom. Do you know what? That's just too appropriate. It has to be chosen.
That is very good.
And again, I'm just using, this time around, instead of using the buttons like Dom is, we're just using our fingers, pinch to zoom, your forefinger and your thumb, pinch to zoom, and just position where you'd like that. And again, exactly like Dom's side of things, you've got the record nice big and red here for us to be able to see. I'm just going to hit done so I can get more access to my words. And I'm going to press and hold. The key here is actually to tap and hold on to it so that it continues to record your voice. So here we go. Unusual things happen around Harry Potter, the boy who lived under the stairs, until one day a letter arrives inviting Harry to learn magic. And just for time, I'm just going to stop there. And again, the play over here, let's have a wee listen. Not too sure if that's popping up. Might not, just because of the screen share. But again,
yeah, okay, yeah, I see, yeah. It doesn't when you're on screen share.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, like Dom, all you need to do is just kind of tap within. Again, if you don't know how to select all your text in the iPad, once you double tap on a word, you get these wee blue nodes, and then you can just kind of drag them out. So the adventure begins from flying broomsticks. Here we go. And again, now I'm on here. You can actually duplicate this if you want to keep the same effects. Okay. Or what I can do, like Dom, just go to the plus. And I'm actually going to try this new feature. I've never seen this full screen one before. Let's give it a go live, which is always good. Okay. Let's go back into my document. My next question is all about my favorite character. So double click my text, drag the note down, copy that text. Okay, so it's not just, you're not just learning Adobe here. Okay, let's go to full screen, go to plus. I always get my text in first, usually. Let's go to paste. Gorgeous. Up at the top, nice. Left-hand corner, let's go to plus. Go to my photos and have a wee think. We're talking about a, let me see, a trophy. See, definitely seen one down here. I've seen this one earlier. It's a trophy with some lights coming out. I just think that's a wee bit magical. Popping it all up there.
Very cool.
Excellent. Let's see if I can search for an icon. I wonder if it gives me that option on the iPad.
You'd have to get rid of the text first.
Oh, yes, that's right. So I'm just using that just to record my voice. So again, just to show you one more time, you've got your text there. Click and hold, or tap and hold, should I say. Tap and hold with your finger on the microphone and be as enthusiastic as you can, guys. Don't forget, this is video. So we want to be able to express our voice as well. So it's not just an Adobe Express, but a Voice Express tutorial. So here we go. My favorite character is Neville Longbottom, who doesn't always do well at school, yet it's through his courage that allows Gryffindor to win the House Cup. Gorgeous. Let's delete our text. Again, just highlight that if we can and cut. Beautiful. Now the plus is now available. Again, it's always good to chop and change where we can. And then let's go here and young boy, because we're talking about Neville Longbottom. Let's see if we can get a character that looks a wee touch like him. Let's see. There's a wee dude here that I like the look of. Looks like a young kid. Hit the word done. And there we go. We're talking about our character. We've got a
Nice.
voiceover image and an icon.
Cool. Right. Let me take this over. Right. Okay. So I was working on my last slide here. Let me just show you something. You can rearrange these slides really easy just by moving them around. But also, I think I'm just going to delete that one because I didn't like how it went. So I'm just going to delete it. That's fine. So I'm on my third one. I'll press the plus. Oh, by the way, I'm going to show some more book covers in a second. We got some brilliant ones in from some schools who didn't get shout outs before, so I will put those on. But what am I going to do here? I'm on section 4. Now, this is about the book being violent. Okay. Now, if you put in something like rabbits having a fight, you're probably not going to find too many stock photos of that.
Oh, no.
But if I type in something like boxing gloves, quite like this one, that's cool. And then again, I can copy the text I want here for my favorite part of the story. I just let that render. Okay. Put in my text. Now I could record my voiceover using that text. Okay. And then I'm on a caption layout here. Okay. So what that does is it puts the text in and puts like a background shape on it. And I actually really like that, but I think it's much better used when you just have like one thing to say.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Makes it easier to read and see in all devices, I think, too.
Yeah. So in that sort of situation, what I might do is I'd put the all of the text on, record my voiceover, but then just bring it down to one line. And like Emma was shown before, you can move that around. Now, for my last slide, what I might do is get my text. So 4 out of 5 stars. Now I might go for a split screen here. I'll put in my text because this is like ultimately what I think of the book. So I think it's a good thing. You know, I don't mind the fact that there's quite a lot of text in there. And I'm saying 4 out of 5 stars. You know, it's a roller coaster tale of bravery, sadness, and triumph. Now on the right-hand side, I could do a couple of things here. I could go for an icon and I could say, well, it's going to be a roller coaster of emotions. Or I could do something like 4 stars. Find what we, very similar to the ones that we used from the book review. So I could put that one in. Or, you could stick a photo in there. It doesn't have to be an icon. You could go and change it to, these are quite good actually.
It's a great color as well there with your theme.
Yeah, it is. And obviously it doesn't quite work with the split layout here. And that's where you might decide that you turn it into a caption, change that layout. And then maybe what I'd do is just change that down. And then if you click off, it will format it properly, put that at the top. And I'm assuming you've already recorded your voice, so I'm not going to show you how to do that again. Right. Last thing I'll do, I'll kick it back over to Emma in a second, is, change the theme if you want to. Statements is one that I like, use that quite a lot. Maga is quite a good one as well. Now, this is kind of, this is quite a dark tale, actually. So maybe I'll give it, that sort of darkish blue. And that will change things like the split layout format. So you might want to flip that over. I think it's better when it's dark like that. I don't know. Yeah. I think that's better. But you can, make all your choices on the themes and stuff like that. Now, okay. I'll put it over to you, Emma, if that's okay. Absolutely. And then I'll show people how to share after that.
Fantastic. So we are going on to the next slide here. Just going to hit the plus. And again, we're going to bring up, let's just try the split layout as well. Here is my text. Again, doing this on the fly. Paste. Okay, so I'm going to talk about, I've already talked about him. Okay, so again, don't worry, let's go back. Here is my favorite part of the story. Let's just quickly copy that text. Or actually, I can remember that one. I loved when Gryffindor won the House Cup. Yeah. Okay, I really love posts, just love going into it. So let's delete my text here again. Okay, so, and again, let's just show you that wee fun tool. You tap on the microphone just to get your prediction on. I loved when Gryffindor won the House Cup and broke Slytherin's winning streak. Okay. Stop. Okay. And if you're like me, you always like to say, okay, at the end of the that will also pick it up. Okay. And you might need to just go in and change just some of the things there. But again, a lot easier than starting from scratch. Okay.
Yeah.
And on my left-hand side, let's just think about this. Well, what is Slytherin? Is a snake. So let's just tap on it. Bring it up. Let's get a nice scary snake. He's looking kind of nice and happy.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
I like snakes. I like reptiles. I just think they're so fun and grizzly.
Blimey.
Absolutely. And again, you can, our wee switch icon is just up here at the top. We can play about with those there. Yeah. And the very last one, I'm actually quite happy with that. It's a short enough sentence. You've got your recording over here. And the last thing is just our review. So this time around, let's go to my image. And I'm going to give this, let me see. I'm going to give this 4 out of 5 wizard's hats. So if I type in a wizard just here, I did search this. So we've got a few different options. So again, you can delve into any kind of book style or method here, guys. You know, nothing is unreachable. Okay, so let's take this little dude, bring him up, pinch to zoom, move him nice and close, tap in to my image, my text box, and just write, I give this book 4 out of 5 wizard hats. Okay. And your review.
Brilliant. I love that. That's great.
Absolutely. If you want to give it 4 out of 5, wizard's hats, stars, circles, whichever your metric system happens to be, you make it your own.
Cool. Right. I will let's just show people how to share. So you can download by pressing the download button. Not going to show you that because actually it takes up quite a bit of bandwidth, and it's just literally click one button. And if you want it on your machine, you click that. Otherwise, you press share. Now, this is slightly different to the iPad because actually it does make things quite easy for you here because you press create a link, and then you do press create a link whenever it decides to do something. Let me give it a little refresh. Sometimes it needs a little refresh, don't we all?
And we have breaks throughout the day.
Yeah, well, exactly that. But you know what? Let me press share, publish, create a link, and then it'll start doing its thing. And you can see the progress is happening at the top here. You see, it's just started becoming blue up here. So when that reaches all right to the end, you'll be able to share via Google Classroom, Microsoft Teams. But on the desktop version, it does actually give you an almost ready link. And that's quite handy to have, actually. And you can put that into a browser. Now, it won't, because it's still preparing, it won't. But that will be the link that you eventually have. And in a minute or two, that will pop up and the video will be ready. Emma, do you want to give just show quickly how to share it as well?
Absolutely, yeah. So again, just the final point there. Just to change your layout, exactly the same. Now we have, change your theme. It's the exact same. We've actually got our brand actually already in it. So that's another conversation, but it's automatically done that. The same, all the same options down here. You just need to tap this wee pencil to maybe choose different colors.
Yeah.
That's all you would need to do. So it will just choose those colors, take a wee moment to load. And down here at the bottom, you'll see that they've done that. You can flip through them all just to double check things, check your writing. I love it. And then up here in the top right-hand corner, the very familiar icon about sharing. First of all, you can save this to your camera roll. If you want to just a wee copy, work away. And this is the copy link to clipboard option that we need to see. Again, just a slight difference than on Dom's computer. You title your story. Let's title it. So let's call it just Harry
Potter. Yeah, that's funny, isn't it? Because I have to do that at the start and then you have to do that at the end, don't you?
Yeah. So mine's all towards the end. Let's just call it my book review very, very quickly. And it's good to kind of keep these labeled because, as Dom says, we do this time and again. You don't want the same things. And this is the red little tab at the bottom, copy link to clipboard. and you'll get a familiar bar that'll just color up once it's complete. Obviously, the more you are, the more text, the more movement, the more voice that you add to yours, the longer it'll take.
Yeah, exactly. And then the difference in the iPad is you can't come out of that screen when you're doing that because it will stop that process. Whereas on the desktop you can, which is quite cool.
You see it here. It says exiting this screen will cancel the progress. So do not touch your app and your tablet in any single way until you see this success option.
There you go, success. That's what we're all after. Right, what we're going to do here is, yeah, you see, so there, you know, once the link's ready, Google Classroom, Microsoft Teams, all of that sort of good stuff. And mine is, if I refresh that now, yeah, so it's ready to go now, which is great. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show some, more posts on the screen, actually some more book covers. I'll put some music on while you're finishing your own, and do share your work with us. And then after a few minutes, what I'll do is I'll show you how to put them into a page. Emma and I will both do that. But, you know, if you just want to carry on working on your book covers or on your videos, just mute us or even pause us or even just get rid of us. It doesn't matter. It's absolutely fine. But if you are finished, because I do see that there are some videos coming through now. So those people who have got videos coming through now, they can move on with us. But if you're still working on your video, still working on your book cover, then don't worry about it at all. But let me stick some music on. Where are we? There we go. And let me show you some of these books. So feel free to mute us. That's absolutely fine. This is nice. I like the way they did the remove background on the girl there. I thought that was great.
Some great. I love the imagination of everybody and how, you know, subjective this is. So because there's no wrong answer, and this is the brilliance of it.
Exactly. I thought this one was quite sinister. Actually, I thought it was good.
I like how you genres.
Yeah. And then the same here. I thought that was good. This I thought was great.
Yeah.
The Book of Secrets. And then I like the way, whatever this background is superb.
Good texture.
Yeah. Another good one where they've got the the 5 stars across the middle there. It's a nice way of doing things.
Brilliant.
And again, another sinister one.
Some great choices here, guys. You know, things I wouldn't have even considered. And they're just such great options, yeah.
Yeah, and the sticker's great. And then what else have we got here? This was cool.
Oh.
You know this sticker down the bottom? That's actually a template.
Yeah.
Maybe they didn't have time to change the text, but I just thought it looked really pro.
Yeah.
And they've got all sorts of things going in the background.
Super layers. Somebody's definitely using the multiplier and blend option there, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. There's definitely that. I think you're right. This one was good.
Oh wow, the cat's eyes have just really brought me into this book cover.
Yeah, I tell you one thing. If you wanted that mist to be below the eyes, so the eyes were in the middle, you can actually select the text, and there's a slider for line spacing. But you might have actually wanted it to be on top, so that's fine. That was good.
Rumpus.
Look how simple that is, though.
But that's all it takes. Sometimes the simplicity is key here. If you add too much stuff, guys, it just gets overwhelming. You don't know what the title is. So this is just a perfect example how less is more.
Yeah, exactly that. And then this one was good. I like that. That worked well. Oh yeah, this one was cool.
Yeah.
And I feel like they might have put a shape in, and then duplicated it in a different color to make it kind of 3D.
That's what I'm feeling as well. I'm kind of seeing a good layering up. Yeah.
And so I was impressed by that. Right. Again, if you need more time for your first 2 challenges, just mute us or pause us or get rid of us, whatever you want to do. But if you've done your video and you've done your book cover, which I know there's definitely a few schools who are there, then you can watch us and how you put that together into a kind of World Book Day digital portfolio. So let's go there.
This is how you collate everything together in a lovely presentation. So if you want to show parents, everybody, what the kids been doing today, just throw it into here and send it on. It's great.
So for me, it's going down and going to web page, which is quite simple. And then in terms of title, I could put like World Book Day. And then I'll put my name in, Dom Trainer. And then for your photo, now you could take a photo. Emma was really hoping that we'd do this.
Yep.
So you can do that. And there you go. There's my webcam there. And then if you click it, then you just be like, there we go. Confirm. Now, Emma's not going to show you that because I've already showed you. She's going to show you something completely different. But you can click the image, change the focal point, maybe move it up slightly. There we go. Click save. Now, it's a bit of a dark photo. It's not a particularly good one. I wouldn't say that. I mean, maybe I should have gone into the light. Blimey, it's sunny today. But if you wanted to change that, you can. You can just press replace. And then you could go like book. What have you got in there? You know, that's quite a good one for World Book Day. Or that one's quite a good day for one for World Book Day. Or that one's quite a good day. So just go through and find whichever one you think is cool. I think I'll use that one actually. And there are different ways to format your header. You can do a short cover. I'm never a fan of those, but I think it's more for like if you want it to be like a proper website.
I think so, yeah. I like the big ones. I like to see more of the image myself.
Yeah, but also you can do split layouts, and that's quite cool. But I mean, again, I do prefer it to be, you have to click on the white space in order to change it again, go to cover. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll throw it over to Emma, and she'll show you how to get started with the app.
Cool. Okay, so again, just click off your whatever app you're on. Again, these are all different apps. So let's go to Spark page and tap on it. I've already logged in. Here's, again, very similar to what you're seeing before with video, with posts. You have options of what you've got on the left of everything that you created. You've got inspiration or templates or ideas. But what I'm going to do very quickly, tap on the big blue plus, and everything is just sitting there ready waiting to be edited because it prompts you. You add your title. So double click, add your title, and World Book Day. I'm just going to make sure that I know that this is 2023 in case I do this next year. Okay. See, because these are all fantastic ideas I'm going to steal for my classrooms. So Emma from Anna. Let me see. You'd think I know how to spell it by now. Let me see. Gorgeous. Okay. And again, it's already prompted me, asking me where my photograph is. Tap on the image with your finger. And again, slightly different, as you can see before. Find the free images. There's no point making work smarter, not harder. And I'm just going to go for books. And I love books. And I actually really love this image. You know, I love the hearts images that you get with all the books. So the big ream of libraries. And just reminds me of that book smell that I just love so much. So let's click on this image right here. Just takes a wee second for you to load. And as Dom says, there is an option just to edit the focal point. So if you click this time around, you can edit the focal point and just this wee dot, just move it left, right, up or down.
Yeah.
Hit the done.
Sometimes if the image is really big, it actually doesn't really make that much difference. But if it's a smaller image or a much larger image, then it can really make a difference.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Cool. Right. So, you know, these two are just so similar between the iPads. So, you know, you'll see Emma doing it her way. I'll do it maybe a slightly different way. So first of all, I'm just going to put here on my two challenges from Dom and Emma using Adobe Express. Okay, so something like that. Now, when it's very small, it's a bit like, well, I'm not really that into that, but you can change it to header 1. And that makes it much larger. And you can say that I enjoyed the session, but Dom talks too much. Okay. So then I make that header 1 as well. Now, I'm going to scroll. Oh, actually, I'm not going to scroll because it doesn't work. I'm going to press the plus at the bottom. And then I'm going to do mine both. Do you know what? Maybe I'll do mine as a glide show, and then Emma can show you hers as a split layout. So
perfect.
If I go to glide show, now my first one was a book cover. So I could go and just search for book cover, see what we get. I I mean, these are quite boring. That one's not bad, actually. That's kind of nice. So the thing with this is you put your images in beforehand. So the book cover, the first one, and then the next one was video editing. So, you know, this maybe, that one's quite good for that, I think. I'm going to click save. Now, if you wanted to change the order of these things, you can by using the arrows, you see. But I'm happy with that as an order. Now, what you can see is these become these beautiful kind of glide shows that kind of go from one to the next. Right. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep the book cover over on the left-hand side, move my text box over to the right-hand side, and then I'll put something like challenge 1, create a book cover, something like that. Now, I'm going to keep the formatting consistent of my subheadings in here. So I'm going to change that to that kind of quote function there. And then what I can do here is just press the plus, go to photo, and actually upload the photo that the book cover that I made.
Wow.
And there it is. It just goes straight in. Why has it gone on that? No, that's perfect. Yeah. So it's gone in right there. And that's it. Maybe I'll just leave it at that, especially because we're running out of time. And then we're going to video editing here, and maybe move this one over to the right hand side again. And then I'll put challenge. Oh, I keep on clicking the mouse. Challenge 2 video book review, something like that. Keep the formatting consistent so the viewers know what's going on, or the readers. And here's my book review. So I'll get my link. You can open up the project and get your link from there as well. Where am I? I'm here. And then you can just press the plus. Go to video. Paste in your video link. And there it is.
Amazing. Absolutely amazing.
That's done. So like before, you can change the theme if you want. I actually quite liking this one, so I might keep it on there, but have a flick around. But if I present, then this is just a really professional way of showing people what you did on World Book Day. And if you click your book, it will actually open up in a kind of preview screen, which is kind of nice. Come out of that. And then also the same with your video. Pops up on its own screen, and you can start playing around with that. Okay.
That's just amazing. I mean, an hour and a half, and you've got 3 amazing projects completed.
Yeah.
That's unbelievable.
Right, Emma, you've only got 90 seconds. Off you go.
Right. Okay. Very quickly. On mine, as you can see, scroll down to write your story, add your text. You can then say today for World Book Day. You can fill that in your own time. Okay. Again, a little bit like Dom's. If I click here, but this time around, instead of that menu just being right beside me, it's just at the top here. As you can see, H1, H2, or I usually call those your title and your subtitle.
Yeah.
So here we go. Just tap those, put it in the middle if you wish, format, and scroll down to the plus. And this time around, we're going to go for split layout. We're just going to be able to show you the image that we've made. So tap here and just go back from books. And I want to search for book cover, just like Dom, because I want to be like Dom today. And here is
You've made some bad life choices, and that's the worst one.
And this is a really class way looking
nice.
For here. It's got some lovely detail. Go to the plus and go to the text again. Challenge 1. Let me see. Creating a book cover. Book cover. Gorgeous. And just this time around, let's just put that in quotes just to show you all the differences. Let's go to photograph. Let's go back. And this time around, instead of choosing find free images, we have ours in our camera roll. They're in recent. Yes. Tap it. There you go. And it fits wonderfully just in there. And if you want to explain a wee bit about the book down here, caption, this is my recreation of the BFG book. For example, you can title it, add a wee bit more. And then let's just go down again, scroll down. Let's do a split layout, except this time go to image, and I'm going to say video editing. Find free images. There we go. Video editing. Okay, there's a different kind of style of clapperboard, or you can get some signs there. I'm gonna go for the clapperboard. It's good old traditional. It's good, very traditional. So go to the plus, go to your photo or your text, challenge 2. Okay, add your quote. You can explain a wee bit more about that. And here is your video. Okay, and again, it's the same kind of concept there, where you might need to go back into your video to copy the link. I have the link just here.
Nice.
I'm going to copy that, typed it in just to see if it was working and loading in the background, and then hit the paste option, hit done, and that'll load directly into your.
Look at that. You sped through that. That's amazing. Good stuff. The way to share these is just the same as anything else. So, you already know how to do those kind of things. Share, publish and share the link. These ones will go like the clappers. And the only thing left to say is I can't believe you managed to get through all of that work. Amazing.
Yeah.
And also, don't forget, I'm going to send out an email to your teachers for your swag. So if you do at least 2 challenges, you'll get swag delivered in person by Emma, probably plus some cakes and things like that. And if you actually go on and teach it to other pupils, students, teachers in your school, you'll be able to apply for the VIP swag. Hey, Emma, you were a legend. Have you got any final thoughts for us?
Yes. So I don't want to ever hear words like I'm not creative and I can't do anything creative. We've just provided you with the tools to be as creative as you can. There's no right or wrong. Just explore, express, and get creating, basically. Creating and making.
Amen to that. Thank you very much. Expect the email. Pester your teacher for some swag and have a lovely rest of the World Book Day. Good stuff. See you later.